what's going on everyone, FM Journeyman here, and welcome to episode 6 of Weston-Not Super Mare. In today's episode, we're going to take on Truro City at home, but let's go take a look at some of the most recent results since the last episode. So in the last episode, we lost 3-0 in the FA Cup first one against Gillingham, but since then, we've been on absolute fire. Check a look at some of these results. Gosport, we beat them 2-0. As you can see, very, very comfortably as well. They had one shot on goal the entire game. Elliot Richards scoring a couple of goals. Then we had Eastbourne Borough away from home, another 2-1 victory. They actually played pretty well, but we looked pretty comfortable. We didn't look like we were going to concede until very late on, as you can see. But Elliot Richards and Perry Ryan getting the goals there. Next up, against Whittam in the FA Trophy third qualifying round. I kept with my first team. I wanted to keep momentum going, and it worked. As you can see, we beat them, absolutely slaughtered them, to be honest with you, 3-0. 21 shots to their 1, 64% possession to their 36. Fitzgerald, Richards and Condids on his return from injury getting the goals. Then we had Hemel Hempstead at home, another convincing victory, 19 shots to their 5, 55% possession to their 45. Richards and Theo Brearley getting a goal. That's a rare goal from him. That was his first of the season and first for the club. And Jarrell Johnson getting a late consolation goal there. So disappointing to concede, but oh well. Then we had the FA Trophy first round against Sutton United. This was a great win. Sutton United actually play in the division above, which is the Vanarama National League. So that was an extremely good win for us. As soon as it loads, we'll go over some of the stats from that game. Why was taking so long? Oh, here we go. Yep, 2 goals. We're Perry Ryan getting 1, Tom Meachin getting the other, and we played pretty well. We actually played him off the park. Those kind of shots and goal were in garbage time, so that was a good, comfortable victory. Then we lost only 1 game in this little run, and then against Chelmsford, that was a very disappointing result. We actually outplayed them for the most part, and unfortunately just couldn't respond after an early goal from Chelmsford. But we bounced back nicely in the most recent fixture, which is against Truro City. We actually had back-to-back against them, and we beat them 2-1 away from home. Andrew Neal getting the consolation goal for them in the 92nd minute, but Ellie Richards and Jake Watkins putting us 2-0 ahead. Now, there has been one addition to the team since the last episode. We signed Christian Scott. Here he is. He's obviously just a very well-rounded midfielder, typically a deep-lying playmaker. My scouts highly recommended him. I bought him on trial, and he did very well, so I decided to make it a permanent transfer. As you can see, he is on a non-contract deal, so it's pretty much a no-gamble situation for us, so good to have him on board. Yet to really play for us, but as we go towards crunch time in the season, we'll definitely need his ability in the deep-line playmaker role. But here we go in today's game against Truro City. They currently sit 15th in the table. Obviously, we beat them just a few days earlier. They line up in a 4-4-2 formation. This is how we're going to line up today. Luke Purnell in goal, Richard Bryan at right back. He's actually deputising for Sakani Simpson, who's been out for the last 4 games. Then we have Joe Steele, obviously at centre half with Horncastle, Barker, Perry Ryan, Theo Brearley, James Fitzgerald, Connor Deard has returned to the starting lineup, Elliot Richards and Tom Meachin. As you can see, Richards is having quite possibly the best season of his career, 20 goals in 28 appearances with an average rating of 7.37. I hope he can keep that form up today and for the rest of the season, because if he can do that, we might have a chance of getting promoted. As you can see, we're only 3 points behind Wealdstone. Goal difference, quite a lot, but you know what, we can definitely catch that up as long as we keep winning games. So the media has us 1-6 on favourites, Truro at 10-1. That's not surprising. I expect us to be favourites for the rest of the season. Things are going extremely well for us, and I think we should finish strongly. But here we go, today's game. Let's try and get off to a good start, and let's make sure we get the 3 points. Alright, so here we go. We got 10 minutes in, first chance of the game. Perry Ryan's going to whip it in, look for Horncastle, can't find him. Ryan's going to whip it in again. Richards can't get the end of the ball. Theo really breaks up the attack and back as far as Perry Ryan. Great ball to Richards. He's thrown goal and he scores. Elliot Richards continues his rich vein of form. That's his 21st goal of the season. Richard Bryan getting the assist. That was a great ball forward from the young right back. Obviously, Sakani Simpson's contract is up at the end of the season, and I potentially got to look for a replacement. He's getting into his mid-30s now, and he's only going to be in a decline. Richard Bryan is possibly a replacement of him. That was a good ball forward, and Richards finished very, very well. Speaking of contracts, there's a number of contracts up, so I've got some very important decisions to make. A lot of it's going to depend on which league we're going to be in. If we get promoted, some of the lads we have that are expiring are not good enough to play in the Vanarama National League. We're going to have to clear up space. But if we're going to stay in this league, they're useful players to have around and pretty cheap deals, so I'll have to decide that a little bit further down the line. Here's maybe an opportunity for us from a free kick, and it's been a red card to River Allen. That didn't look like any much of a challenge, but they give him a red card, so they're down to 10 men. Perry Ryan's going to take this free kick. He scored a couple recently. Comes out to nothing, obviously, but yeah, there you go. They're down to 10 men. This gives us definitely an advantage for the rest of the game. Yeah, so that's things are going very, very well for us. Of course, touch wood and everything. Now I said that, they're probably going to go and score. Good channel from Barker to Meechan, who's been pretty good lately. Hasn't scored a lot of goals, but he's been very, very good leading the line. Ryan hits it back to Purnell. His contract's up at the end of the season as well. Knowles intercepts it to Yeoman. Good challenge from Theo in the middle of the park. Perry Ryan to Richards. Richards out to Barker. This is good build-up play. Very patient. That's what I like to see. Come with the ball back there, and Gary Neal. Is it Gary Neal? Andrew Neal leads the attack. Shoots, but it goes harmlessly wide. Sorry, Gary Neal is a basketball player. Don't know why I thought that. Anyway, Thompson's going to whip this in. Good clearance from Steele. We've got to try and get this away first time if we can. Bentley, Steele, intercepts it again. Only as far as Jamie Richards. Richards to Knowles. Knowles, good challenge from Perry Ryan. He's on a yellow card, so he's got to be careful. Deeds to Richards on the counter-attack here. Richards drives in the box, pulls it back to Meechan. Can't get a clean strike away. Meechan to Deeds, who scores 2-0, and this game is probably done and dusted in the first half. Connor Deeds scoring his 7th goal of the season. Again, good play from Tom Meechan again. That's what he's done a lot of this season. Just sets up his strike partners, and Connor Deeds tucks it home at the near post. Good finish from Connor. Here's a chance for them though. Thompson's going to whip it into Knowles, and they've pulled one back. So maybe this game isn't done and dusted. Ollie Knowles getting his first goal of the season. That wasn't great defending from the corner, and we had a man on the post. I'd expected the ball to be cleared, and Brian just couldn't keep that ball from going past the line. That was disappointing. We had a man on the post, and that's specifically why we have him there. So that was disappointing. We conceded there. I'm going to tell the lads, please how things are going, but I'm going to tell them, you got to have a bit more faith in their ability. They've reacted very positively. That's good to see. Well, let's try and finish off this match. Because obviously drawing here would be very disappointing, considering we were 2-0 up, and we're one man ahead of them as well. Deeds crosses it in, and it's an own goal from Todd. Todd OG? No, Todd. No, of course it's Todd OG. Todd. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I am still very, very tired. I just woke up. But anyway, good cross from Deeds. Kind of hit Todd, and it just bounced on the back on that 3-1. And that probably should be game, set, match, really. But then again, the last time I said that, they scored. So let's see if we can get another one here. Barker to Fitzgerald to Barker. Back to Meechan to Brian. Brian shoots. Ooh, on the edge of there. Barker whips in, looking for Deeds. Can't find him. And Knowles makes the necessary clearance for Truro. Alright, so we got about half an hour left to go in this game. Might make a few changes, freshen a few legs up. Yeoman's going to leave the counter-attack for them, though, first. That's Andrew Neal. Neal to Thompson. Thompson back to Neal again. Hits it forward and Barker's going to clean up. Let's see if he can pick out a man ahead of him. Barker hits it long leg for Meechan. Bentley beats him in the air. Meechan wins it this time though. Heads to Richards. This is good patient build up again from the boys. Meechan to Barker to Theo Brearley. Theo to Perry Ryan. Perry Ryan to Barker. Back to Brearley. It's okay. This is good possession football. Barker whips it into Richards, through on goal and scores on a second time of asking. Good save from the goalkeeper, but the ball fell straight into Richards' path and he tucks it away, makes it 4-1. This is turning out to be a pretty easy game. Richards' good header, good save, but even better finish on the rebound. Elliot Richards makes it 4-1 with his second goal of the game. So, yeah, you know what? We've got 25 minutes left to go. Let's make a couple of changes. Let's freshen some legs up. Chris Barker's going to come off. Jordan Thompson's going to come on for him. Then I'm also going to make a change in midfield. Let's bring off Fitzgerald and bring on Sakuna. Just just to kind of solidify midfield. Let's also bring off Connor Deards, and let's bring on Jake Watkins. Brad Ash's loan deal is up soon. I tried to renew it, but he rejected it, so he's going to be leaving the club in the very near future. Doesn't want to come back to us for some reason. I mean, he hasn't played a lot of games, but then again, he hasn't scored a lot of goals, hasn't played that well, so that'd be a big reason why. Anyway, we've actually skipped forward to extra time here, and there's only 1 minute of added-on time, so this game is done. Looks like it's going to be a 4-1 victory, just waiting for the full-time whistle to blow. Obviously, very, very pleased with this result. We currently catch up with Wilson, actually. We're only 1 point behind him now in the table, and we are about 7 points ahead of Maidenhead, who currently sit just outside the playoffs. So things are going extremely well for us going into January, and I'm hoping we continue this run of form, just because we're going to have the very strong position to mount a promotion challenge towards the end of the season, and we're looking pretty good for that. 46 points in just 23 games. That's an excellent return. Did not expect that. I actually expected us to be around this point, like 8th to 12th in the table. That would have been really nice, but definitely achieved more than I expected. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys didn't hate my commentary too much. Again, I just woke up, not making excuses, but that was pretty terrible from my behalf. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the 4-1 win. Next episode was going to be up against, so we're going to play Concord, Dartford, Wood, Wilson, and next game will be up against Bath. Yes, Bath City at home, and the 4th of February. So that'd be a good fixture to go over. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you did, remember to hit like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.